Hey everyone, Lay here from Bullish Books. Before we dive in, if you're getting value from these episodes, hit that subscribe button so you never miss a new release. Have you ever felt like you're screaming into the void, trying to get customers but hearing nothing but crickets in return? You've got an amazing product or service. You know it could change people's lives. But here's the brutal reality. Nobody knows you exist. Your phone isn't ringing. Your inbox isn't filling up with inquiries. Your business bank account looks more like a desert than an oasis. If this sounds familiar, you're dealing with the number one problem that kills more businesses than bad products, poor customer service, or even economic downturns: the inability to consistently generate leads. And that's exactly what we're tackling today. I recently dove deep into Alex Hormozi's book, $100 Million Leads, and what I learned completely shifted how I think about business growth. The strategies he outlines are straightforward, tested across multiple industries, and most importantly, they actually work. So let's break down the essential framework that can transform how you attract customers. Here's something most entrepreneurs don't realize. There are only two ways to grow any business, period. Path number one, get more customers. Path number two, make existing customers worth more. That's it. No fancy marketing jargon, no complex strategies, just two fundamental levers you can pull. But here's where it gets interesting. While most business owners obsess over pricing strategies, upsells, and lifetime value, they're completely ignoring the engine that makes everything else possible: getting more customers through better lead generation. Think about it this way. You can't optimize customer value if you don't have customers to begin with. It's like trying to tune a Ferrari engine when you're still walking to work. Now, before we go any further, we need to get clear on what a lead actually is, because this is where most people get it wrong. When business owners define what a lead is, answers vary wildly. Someone who clicks my ad, a phone number in my database, email subscribers, anyone who sees my content. But here's what changes everything. A lead is simply a person you can contact. That's all. Your neighbor? Lead. The person standing next to you at Starbucks? Lead. But, and this is crucial, leads alone aren't enough. What you really want are engaged leads. People who show interest in what you're selling. This tiny distinction is worth millions because engaged leads actually buy stuff. Regular leads? They're just names on a list. Here's an example that drives this home. A real estate agent might have a database of 10,000 leads, names and phone numbers of people in the area. Sounds impressive, right? But if only 347 of those people have actually shown interest in buying or selling property, those 347 engaged leads will generate more revenue than the other 9,653 combined. The bottom line? Stop chasing lead quantity and start focusing on lead engagement. So how do you turn regular leads into engaged leads? The answer lies in what Hormozi calls offers and lead magnets. Think of an offer as the bridge between someone's problem and your solution. A great offer makes people think, this is exactly what I need, and I'd be crazy not to take this. A lead magnet is free value you give away in exchange for someone's contact information and attention. But here's where most people screw this up. They create generic, lazy lead magnets, like 5 tips for better marketing. These are about as compelling as watching paint dry. Instead, you want to solve a specific problem completely for a specific person. I've been using this strategy with my own tutorial website, NGS101.com, which teaches bioinformatics data analysis. Instead of creating generic tips, I offer complete, step-by-step tutorials that walk you through complex processes from start to finish. Most paid courses charge hundreds or thousands of dollars for similar content, but I give it away for free. This creates incredibly engaged leads because people experience the value before they ever consider my paid services. The lesson here? Don't hold back your best stuff for paid offerings. Give away one complete solution to a specific problem, and people will trust you to solve their bigger challenges. Now, let's talk about the meat of this framework, what Hormozi calls the core 4. These are the only 4 methods you need to generate leads. Every successful business uses some combination of these. Method number 1 is warm outreach. contacting people who already know you exist. This includes friends, family, past customers, social media connections, and anyone in your phone. Here's the step-by-step process. Export every contact from your phone, email, and social media. Pick your platform, usually email or text. Personalize your greeting, then reach out to 100 people daily. Yes, 100. This isn't a typo. The reality check? You'll eventually run out of warm contacts. That just means it's time for method number 2. Method number 2 is building an audience through free content. Instead of running out of warm contacts, what if you could create more of them? Content creation allows you to do exactly that. Turn strangers into people who know and trust you. When you consistently share valuable content, 3 magical things happen. People start following you. Your warm outreach becomes more effective, and you create engaged leads without direct outreach. The key is following what Hormozi calls the hook, retain, reward formula. Hook them with curiosity or compelling stories. Retain them with lists, steps, or ongoing narratives. Reward them with actionable value. And here's the secret most people miss. For every time you ask for something, you should give value at least 4 to 5 times. This builds trust and goodwill that makes people want to buy from you. Method number 3 is cold outreach. Contacting people you've never met who might need your services. It's scarier than warm outreach, but the upside is unlimited. There are billions of potential customers you don't know yet. The game changer here is personalization. Imagine receiving 2 emails. The first says, "Hi, I help businesses grow through marketing." The second says, "Hi, Sarah. I saw your recent LinkedIn post about struggling to find qualified candidates for your nursing positions. I actually helped 3 other healthcare facilities in Dallas solve this exact problem." Which email would get your attention? The second one, because it shows the sender took time to research you specifically. This is what separates effective cold outreach from spam. Method number 4 is paid advertising, putting your message in front of strangers at scale. It's the fastest way to grow, but also the riskiest if you don't know what you're doing. The key is testing until you find what works, scaling what's working until it breaks, then optimizing and finding new winning combinations. The holy grail of paid advertising, when your customers pay for their own acquisition. If you spend $100 to get a customer who immediately pays you $150, you can scale infinitely because every new customer funds the next one. Now, once you've mastered the core 4 yourself, it's time to multiply your efforts through what Hormozi calls lead getters, other people who generate leads for you. First up, customer referrals. Why don't most businesses get referrals? They never ask. It's really that simple. Your customers would love to help you, but they're not mind readers. The direct approach works best. Who else do you know who could benefit from this? Second, employees who generate leads. Your employees can become your best lead generation machines if you train them properly. The key is what Hormozi calls the 3 Ds. Demonstration. Show them exactly what to do. Duplication. Have them practice with you watching. Delegation. Let them own the process with regular check-ins. Third, agencies. These are specialized companies that provide specific services you don't have in-house. Instead of spending months learning Facebook advertising, you could hire an agency that already knows what works. The key is choosing agencies that specialize in your industry, have verifiable results, and align their success with yours. Fourth, affiliates and partners. An affiliate is someone who promotes your business to their audience in exchange for a commission when they generate sales for you. Think of it as having a sales team that only gets paid when they deliver results. Building an affiliate network can transform your business from a solo operation into a movement. So how do you actually implement all of this? Start with what Hormozi calls the rule of 100. Pick one method from the core 4 and commit to doing it 100 times. Not 99, not around 100, exactly 100. This builds the discipline and experience you need to succeed. Here's your complete roadmap. In months 1 through 3, master warm outreach and start creating content. In months 4 through 6, add cold outreach and optimize your content strategy. In months 7 through 12, introduce paid advertising and begin recruiting lead getters. Then in year 2 and beyond, scale through systems, teams, and partnerships. Let me leave you with this. Lead generation isn't about tricks, hacks, or shortcuts. It's about consistently providing value to the right people in the right way. The businesses that win aren't necessarily the ones with the best products or the most funding. They're the ones that master the fundamentals of getting strangers to know, like, and trust them. Every business that's ever succeeded has solved this one fundamental challenge: getting strangers to want to buy their stuff. The frameworks we just covered, proven by Hormozi's $100 million plus track record, give you the exact blueprint to do the same. The question isn't whether these methods work. They do. The question is whether you'll implement them consistently enough to see the results you deserve. So here's my challenge to you. Pick one of the core 4 methods that excites you most. Set a daily target and hit it no matter what. Track everything. And don't add new methods until you've mastered your first. If you want to dive deeper into this complete lead generation guide with all the detailed examples and frameworks we covered, head over to bullishbooks.com. The full article is waiting for you there with everything you need to start generating leads today. And if this episode helped you see lead generation differently, do me a favor, share it with another entrepreneur who needs to hear this. They'll thank you for it. Until next time, keep building, keep growing, and remember, the leads you need are out there. You just need the right system to reach them.